Hey, it's Risa G coming in from her cluttered kitchen for another Tip Tuesday. No, Tool Tuesday. Hey, I'm getting confused now. It's another Tool Tuesday. It's a continuation of all of these videos I've been doing about the pantry. All right. 3 weeks ago, I did tips on how to declutter your pantry, get it ready for the new year. The week after, I showed you my new pantry. And the work being done in there to fix my problems of not being able to find things when I need them. And this week, I'm just showing you some of the tools I'm using to declutter and to reorganize my pantry. I started it today. I've got 4 days off this week, so I thought today I would do a lot of cleaning out between the refrigerator and the pantry, because tomorrow's garbage day. And so I thought I'd show you some of the tools that I've been using, okay? First thing are these little step things. You can get them almost anywhere. You can get them at Walmart. You can get them at Bed Bath & Beyond. I got this one a couple of years ago when I started reorganizing this whole mess, okay? And so I've been doing it alphabetically. There you see Q, R, S. Alright, I've been doing it alphabetically. So I do A through G going upward, and then H through Z coming down. If I want to see the stuff on the top, I have to get on a step stool. But, alright, so that's what I did over here. Okay, I'm also using these little bins to separate out most of the chili related things. So, you know, like pastes and very spicy sprinkles and things. All right, so I have those bins. These are very old. I'm sure they still sell them in organization kind of sections of stores, or Bed Bath & Beyond, Container Store, things like that. I find them very helpful because you can put a label over here. I never did. I mean, if they had several different kind of things, I probably would, but since they're all chili related, I haven't. Alright, so we got organization bins. We got the step stool. I call the steps. The steps. Of course, baskets. And eventually up on the top shelf, I did not do the top shelf today, but the third and fourth shelves are going to be like flatter baskets where all these bigger things are going to fit in. And I'm going to take the margarita glasses and bring them downstairs. Haven't used them in years. And I'm going to put a label on the pickling pickling things. As you can see, I have things from Ball Jar up there. They're for pickling. That's how this is going to be. So it's going to be all my spices here. These are all like little packets, you know, like flavor packets and things like that. Lipton soup mix, things like that. Then I put my boxed goods over here, and then started with, and that's Kentucky Kernel, which is basically a boxed item, but I put it in a jar. And then I've got all my grains, and then a couple of other things. So on this side, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put another basket. I haven't gotten it yet. So that's going to go over there. And then up there, I'm going to put other baskets. And I'm going to use my P-Touch and label everything. Eventually, I'm just going to put labels. I'm going to do A through G. Spices A through G. Spices, you know, H through Z. I'm going to put, mixes, grains, whatever. Okay, so a P-Touch is a very good thing. A label maker. And really, really great thing for organization, okay? And then what I did was I wrote down everything that's everywhere. Now, you know I already have the lists here, but I redid the lists today, okay? So these are the, and I also removed all the stuff that I haven't used in the last 6 months. That stuff is going downstairs. I'm going to reorganize downstairs. I'm probably not going to get to that probably until the springtime. But I may get to that sooner, depending on how fast I get all these other things reorganized. I got to reorganize the garage. I got to reorganize all the shelving downstairs. And I want to make lists of the stuff that's in the new pantry. So I've still got a few jobs. I only have between 2 and 4 days off a week now. So that's what I'm going to do. But I'm starting with this since this is where I do most of my cooking from. Okay. So I made lists. So I got new lists there and there. And then I'm also making a whole list of the refrigerator and then the freezer. And I got this beautiful little like menu planner book. I saw something about this last year on another blog, on another vlog, V-L-O-G. And I finally found one the other day. It starts with like you can put down your favorite meals from each month. And then it has a whole meal planning section. You put down the recipe for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And snacks for the whole week. And then at the end of the week, it has best meals of the week. And then in between, it's got shopping list broken down, which is excellent. All right. Anyway, I got this at Michael's Arts and Crafts. Right now, they're having a great deal on all the planner stuff. It's like 50% off. These smaller ones will buy one, get one half off. So I at least found one of these, and then I bought an extra one, either for me or as a gift for someone. I thought of someone I may give that to. But anyway, so it's got shopping lists. And then, so it's got a nice big section of this stuff. And then it's got pantry. See, so pantry and fridge inventory. What I'm going to do is probably half of this fridge inventory I'm going to make into freezer inventory. It's got, you know, you put down how many you have of the item, the actual item, and then the use by date. So that's really good. So you can keep yourself organized that way. And then it's got a whole section with recipes, which is wonderful. And you can rate the rate the difficulty. And then it's got little stickers for inside. So anyway, so I'm gonna put in all the stuff, all the pantry information. Okay, and then that way, when I go shopping, I know which recipe I'm buying ingredients for, and I can keep a little bit more of track of the stuff I don't use, because, you know, I come home, I don't feel like making that recipe, then I gotta plan a different day for that recipe and things like that. And then sometimes you just forget about it. Well, I won't forget about it anymore because I got this in my handbag at all times. Okay, so I'm really happy about finding one of these menu planner books. Okay, it's going to keep me very, very organized. But I wrote down everything that's in the recipe, and I put down if it's expired or not, and whether it's still good. I mean, if it still tastes good, you know, because then I can still use it. So I did that for the refrigerator. I did all the items from here that I'm bringing downstairs. Okay, so those are my items, all right, the tools that I'm using to reorganize my kitchen life at the moment. I'm also going to go to the Container Store, see if I can find something like this. I bought this one at Job Lot a couple of years ago for under here, but I'm going to try to find something that's a little bit lower in the front, and obviously not as tall because it has to fit under a shelf, that I can fit all my canned goods and things in. Okay, that's another great tool for organization in the kitchen. If you have a big, if you have a big pantry, you can use one of those things to hold all your oils and vinegars and things like that, and sauces. But I don't have that kind of space in this one. Okay, you see this? I mean, it's got a shelf. Now I could remove the shelf and then put in some of these bigger things, but then I'd fit less stuff in here. So I'm going to get things that are flatter with a rollout and fit the shorter things in the back and the taller things in the front. So I'm going to do that. Right now I've got it organized. See, I started a couple of years ago. I did the P-Touch thing. It was all Oriental ingredients here. Then I had vinegars here, oils here, and then I got sauces. But then it got disorganized. So I got to redo it. I also want to try to put this spice rack on the door somehow. That's another thing I want to try to do on one side. And I want to get baskets for the top to hold all of the pasta. I think baskets and plastic containers are a really good tool for organization. Okay, so that's what I'm planning on doing, what tools I'm planning on getting to finish this big rehaul of the pantries. And downstairs I'm going to try to get just big plastic containers that I can put labels in the front, and I'll put a list in each one of all the things and when they expire. That way I can keep track of it. So those are the tools. A step thing, baskets, a menu planner book, lists, and the P-Touch. Okay? That's what I'm using to do it economically, so I don't have to spend a fortune on this kind of thing, because I just don't have the money to spend on these old cabinets and things. So I hope you found this very helpful in your decluttering of the kitchen, and I hope that you search out some of these great tools, especially the menu planner book. I think that's going to keep my life very organized. So I hope you liked the video, and please subscribe. You never know what's going to happen in Reese's Cluttered Kitchen. And press that little bell. And I'll see you again soon. Bye.